What's up, you guys? In today's video, I thought I'd share with you two recipes that I made last week that were a total hit. They were so easy to throw together, and I just used some of the things that I had in my fridge that I really needed to use up. I wanted to make some kind of a bowl, and I love making bowls because you can literally throw whatever you have on a bed of rice or on some greens and call it a bowl. They're so simple, and usually they are absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna make a shrimp fajita bowl, and I have here one package of medium shrimp and a couple of cloves of garlic that I am mincing up. And to that, I'm going to add some cumin, oregano, some red pepper flakes, chili lime seasoning, and some salt and pepper. You can season yours with whatever you like or whatever you have. This is just what I had, and then I'm going to set that aside and work on the next component of our bowl. So for our next component of our bowl, it's going to be a corn and bean, kind of like a salsa. So you literally take 1 can of beans, 1 can of corn, whatever kind of beans you want or have, and you're going to want to drain and rinse those. Then add those into your bowl. You're going to take a half a red onion or whatever kind of onion you have, and you're going to go ahead and dice that up in pieces that are relatively small, about the same size, if not a little smaller than the beans and the corn kernels, just so you're not chomping on huge pieces of onion. I don't particularly enjoy that. So once you have your onion all nice and diced up, you're going to add that in. Then you're going to take some cilantro. I had a ton of cilantro in my fridge that I wanted to use up. You're going to give that a rough chop, and then you're going to add that into your little salsa mixture. You're also going to want to add the juice of half of a lime. And then you're going to want to season this too with salt and pepper. I also sometimes add some garlic powder. It depends how I'm feeling. You can also add tomatoes to this or multiple kinds of beans. I've done that before. And I do like to keep this in the fridge because it's easy to throw not only on this bowl, but also on any kind of salads that you might have during the week, or like even just with some chicken or anything like that. So once we have all of that stirred together, we're going to set that aside and move on to the next part of our shrimp fajita bowl. You're going to want to chop the rest of your red onion that you used, and then you're going to want to chop whatever peppers you have in your fridge. I had these that I really needed to use up, so that's what I used. And I don't know, but I hate cleaning peppers and taking out the seeds. It drives me crazy. It's probably the thing that I hate to do the most. So I've learned that cutting around the middle makes my life so much easier. You just cut one side off, and then you can kind of cut around the center little pod of seeds, and it's so much faster. So once I did that to all 3 peppers, I went ahead and I sliced them and I set those aside. While I'm here, I also like to chop up anything else that I'm gonna go ahead and top my bowls with. So some more cilantro. I told you guys I had a lot. I just gave it a rough chop, and then I'll top my bowls with that. Of course, you can skip that if you're not into cilantro. So for our shrimp, I have a skillet here over medium heat. I sprayed it with some olive oil spray, and then I'm just gonna throw all my shrimp in there, and I'm gonna let them do their thing. They don't take very long. They're super easy to cook, and as long as you don't overcook them, they're pretty much foolproof, you guys. It's so easy. Throw them in the pan, and while you have those in there, go ahead and clean up your kitchen. That's the biggest tip that I can give you. Use that time while those shrimp are cooking to clean up any kind of mess that you have lying around, because nobody wants to do a big load of dishes after they cook dinner, right? So once that's done, you're going to go ahead and spray the same pan, and then you're going to throw in your onions and your peppers, and you're going to let those cook down and get nice and soft. I like mine pretty soft but not mushy, but you cook yours as much or as little as you want. You also want to make sure that you salt your veggies because that'll help them release some of the moisture as well. Another thing that I love to throw in any bowl that I make is some avocado. It is so delicious and makes everything feel a little bit more special. You know what I mean? It's a little extra. So I just take the avocado, I slice it open, I take the pit out, and then I slice across horizontally and then vertically, and I scoop it out with a spoon, and that's it. The peppers and onions are almost done at this point, and then we can assemble our bowls. So for our bowls, like I said, you can use whatever you want. I have some rice here that I had pre-cooked. You can use quinoa or anything else that you have in your fridge. You're going to want to put down all of our components, the peppers and onions, then the corn and bean salsa. You're going to want to add some avocado. And then, of course, you're going to want to add the shrimp, and that's going to be it. Sprinkle the top with some cilantro and you are good to go. How good does that look, you guys? It was so easy and so quick. The next recipe that I want to share with you guys is a berry lemon loaf cake. Okay, so good. This was my first time making it. So I zested and juiced 1 lemon, and then I have here half a cup of milk, and I'm going to crack 2 eggs into that. I'm also going to add 1 cup of sugar. This is just regular granulated sugar. This is the bottom of the bag, as you can see here. And I'm going to mix that up a little bit. Once I have that mixed, I'm going to go ahead and add 1/3 of a cup of melted butter. And after that, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. The original recipe calls for regular flour and baking powder and baking soda and all that stuff, but I had self-rising, and honestly it's so much easier. So I'm going to measure that and just incorporate that. Make sure you don't over mix your baked goods, you guys, because that really makes them tough. After I mix that a little bit, I'm going to add the zest of that lemon and 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice. Then I have a bag of berry medley, and I'm picking through the berries because I thought that strawberries would have been too big to put in here. So this medley has blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. I picked a cup out of those and a little more, and I just mixed it until it was incorporated. Once that's mixed in, you're going to want to put it into a standard size loaf pan that I sprayed with some coconut oil. And then you're going to want to bake this at 350 degrees for about an hour. Check it at 55 minutes, but mine baked for like 65, so it depends on your oven. And this is the berry lemon loaf. I mean, it was so delicious, you guys. This was gone in about 2 days. It was a hit. I hope that you guys give these recipes a try. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.